Yo, what's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Martin Skirsis for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, Jack Catterall gets popped, gets his O taken against Arnold Barboza, and I got to say, the gambling god saved me here. Jack Catterall was like a 5-1, 4.5-1 favourite. I thought, you know what? Never heard of this Barboza dude. I might just put him in an acca. Yeah? Oops. I got saved, and the boxing god saved the YB. You best believe it. Listen, now to tell the truth, the reason I can't trust Jack Catterall. He don't know how to go through the levels. This is why he's always having O'Hara Davis. He fought close fight, stinker, could have gone either way. Both Josh Taylor fights, he fades down the back straight, and it's not like he's puffing. Obviously, he's tired. It's not easy to do 12 rounds, but you don't see the I need to lock this in. You'd think a guy who's had so many close fights and so many dodgy situations, at this level, you're going for an interim world title. You're there now. If there's ever a time to leave it all out there and let it hang out, kill or be killed, it should have been then, but he ain't got it in him. He's like a one gear type of fighter, is the truth. It's like a knockoff, a D-level Floyd Mayweather type shtick. That's how he operates. Floyd could do it though. He'd win 10 rounds out of 12 kind of thing. This guy's got the same pace as Floyd, but he ain't doing it like Floyd is, if that makes sense. He's not hitting it like that. But he's fighting like he is. He's fighting like he's a magician. Not doing a lot, but he's not a magician. Oops. And to be fair to him, I thought they'd be ranting and raving about robbery, but you can see the quotes here from Catterall. He's humble, so fair play to him. Here we go. Bye.
Beside you, Jack. Arnold's happy, the crowd aren't. Your verdict through 12 rounds, did you feel that you'd done enough there tonight?
Tricky fight, close fight, there's no arguments. Congratulations to Barboza. I thought I'd just done enough in there tonight, but that wasn't good enough.
You've been on a great run heading into this fight against former world champions. How did the challenge of Arnold Barboza Jr. compare to that run you've been on?
It was up there, it was a tricky fight. I just want to go see him go on now and fight for the world title, hopefully beat TO. Straight back to the gym for me and we'll be back.
In terms of that.
So he says there, fair play to him, he's humble. He's not screaming robbery. Eddie Hearn, you can see, and I edged that fight. Listen, you got to things, man. I get it. Sometimes things get edged, but it's not your intention. You just don't have the oomph in him. You don't have the oomph. And you've got to have that at world level. We're talking about belts here, people. The pinnacle of the game. You've got to have some. Let's go now. If there's ever a time to go, it was then. And he's in there faffing around. It was a stinker of a fight. I'm not gonna lie. It stunk the place out. It stunk the place out. Oh yeah, it was closed. Well, if it was closed, what did you do? Who here saw a change of pace? Look at people like Crawford. Crawford in there with Madrid. That was a stinker. Proper stinking the place out. The last few rounds, Bomac tells him, it's a bit close, mate. It wasn't night and day. It wasn't Muhammad Ahmad Golovkin, but he upped it, and you could tell clearly he nicked the last rounds. Catterall, more of the same, just ticking over, and he's come unstuck this time. Oops. I don't know when he's going to learn. They've got to do something with his style. Okay, if you want to do that for the first few rounds or whatever, but you've got to have another gear is what I'm saying. It's like one gear the whole way through. No matter what's happening, he can be losing. He's got one gear to offer you. There's no change of pace. There's no change of anything. And I need to look at Barboza, actually. Let's have a quick peek at Barboza. Arnold Barboza. Box rec. Let's see what this cat's been doing. I never heard of him day in my life. Yeah, I almost got bumped for it as well, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, he's undefeated. Split decision. Okay, you can't punch a toffee though. 34% KO ratio. This is what I'm saying, man. He's a 34% KO ratio. He can't punch with toffee. You can't punch with toffee, people. He can't. Not got a bit of toffee in him. Look at all these stinkers here. Tony Lewis, 10 rounds. 10 out of 10. Alex Sacido, 10 out of 10 rounds. Antonio Moran, 10 out of 10 rounds. This guy can't punch with toffee, man. So it's like, what are you doing in there, man? Time to fight now. Yeah, it's not like you're in there with Muhammad Ahmad Golovkin Baturbiev where you're like, ooh, ouch, that hurt. Oops, now you're sorry. Should he got it? Oh, YB, it was at home. He should have probably got it. You could, in this game or any game, you only have so much luck. If that makes sense. He was running on thin ice. Yeah, you had the O'Hara Davis fight, the both Josh Taylor fights, and now this one. So the common trend here isn't the fact he keeps getting robbed, it's the fact he don't know how to seal the deal. He can't punch either, to be fair. He's 43%. He can't punch either. I mean, like I said, it's the knockoff Floyd Mayweather type shtick. He won't box your head off though. He'll just be nipping around and not doing a lot. But it is what it is. End of the day, he's got no one to blame but himself. Now, the controversy. Me and Michelle talked about this. I don't really know what to say about it. What we do know is we've got the scorecards here, and 115, 113 split decision win for Barboza. Now that means that in round 10 when the knockdown occurred, both of these... Oh, wait a minute. Let me get it right. Let me get this right. Okay, it must be Barboza here. So wait there. I'll tell a lie. It's not even true anyway. That's not even true. Well, two judges had Barboza winning round 10. And one judge didn't have him winning round 10. Either way, it works out. If Jack Catterall would have won with a knockdown, is the point. That would have changed how the fight ended. I'll play you some clips here. It's a straight left hand to the body. Where is it coming? Oh, we've missed it. Oh, come on, man. Come on, people. You can't even get it. That's very annoying. Let's try it again. So he jabs up top and then bash to the body. But you can almost see here, he hits him on the body. Is it possible his foot is trapped under Jack's? I don't know, man. It's difficult. The punch did land clean. He wasn't hurt though. He jumped straight back up. You can see it. He's straight back up, literally. You see him hit the floor at what second? It's 6 minutes 12, yeah? He gets hit between 6 minutes 12 and 6 minutes 13. And, oh, come on. 6 minutes 15, so 2 seconds later he's popped back up. Here we go. He's proper on his feet 2 seconds later. Is it the point though? If you get clipped on your jaw and you it's kind of flash knockdown and you get put down and you jump back up, you still went down. So it's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult what to say. What I can say is, I don't score fights based on what actually happened, to tell the truth. I like to take into account how the bookies have it. If you're a massive favourite, I expect to see levels. If you're a 6-1 favourite, a 5-1 favourite, a 4-1 favourite like Catterall was, I expect to see some deviation between you and your opponent. If it's life and death, the underdog won. That's how I score fights. Bottom line. And you went life and death, so you lost. Yeah? Oh, AB, well, fights aren't determined on the gambling sites. It's not. But come on. Yeah? You shouldn't be going life and death with these type of dudes if you're that level. And even look at the Compubox stats. Catterall threw 305 punches and Barboza was 428. Barboza landed 90, 89 and Catterall landed 71. But some of the punch output here, the first round, Catterall's putting 16 shots out. Second round, 23 shots. Third round, 18 shots total, not landed. So he's landing 3 or 4 shots a round. Literally. In round 5, he lands 4 shots. Now, Barboza wasn't doing much better, but he was doing better. He's landing 5, 11, 6, 6, 9, 10, 8. Just doing a little bit better, a little bit more. End of the day. A little bit more than he did. So when you got an underdog doing a little bit more than the favourites doing, you lost, man. And that knockdown really... I mean, it is controversial to some extent. I'm not sure what to say. If someone hits you and you slip over, you got the moody balance. Is it fair? Can you really say it's a slip? I didn't purposefully see him slip either. He got hit and then went... I don't know. What I know for sure is he wasn't rocked to the body. He wasn't like Usyk's brother yesterday, Baranchik. Rocked to the body. He wasn't at all. So that's a... But listen, ultimately, Jack Catterall's luck has run out at this point. His luck has ran out now, doing what he's doing. The one-size-fits-all stinker performance, knock-off, moody, D-level Floyd Mayweather shtick, where you just got no pace injection, no change of, you know what, it's time to go now. Yeah. So he was always an accident waiting to happen on the scorecards. I've never once seen him say, right, we're in fighting territory now. It's time to win this fight. Never once seen him do that. And I think in the fight game, or any sport really, if it's close, you've got to do something different. Try something different. Especially in your home crowd. A home crowd, yeah, and home judges. Look at Chisora, although he almost got robbed as well. But if you start storming forward, yeah, in a close fight, a bit like Crawford wasn't storming forward, but a bit like Crawford versus Madrimov or Crawford versus Sean Porter. If you start putting the pressure on, it makes a lot of... You can argue, well, you get hit more. This guy can't punch. Barboza can't punch though. So what are you faffing around for? Anyway, upset loss. Eddie Hearn's, oh man, I got to do a video on him, man. He down bad. He can't catch a win. What was Eddie Hearn's last premium win? These mans get punched to everywhere, man. He can't catch a win for love not money. The Eddie Hearn curse is real. Frank Warren has got all the stars and ain't never losing. And you got Eddie. I can't think of one winner on Eddie Hearn's team. OYB, Jerome Boots Ennis. Number one, who's he fighting? Number two, that was imported talent. That's not... I wouldn't consider... It's a bit like when Eddie Hearn had Canelo. I wouldn't consider that, oh, that's one of Eddie Hearn's star fighters. When you think about Frank Warren with... Dubois or Talma or... You know what I mean? More genuine talents. These are... People like... Jared Ennis is a mercenary. Where was he at? PBC before? That's a mercenary signing. It's not an out and out, I've found this talent and I've built it. Oops. So he needs... I don't know what Eddie Hearn's doing. I don't know where his focus has gone. I think his focus is more now on the level above. Building fighters. He's almost like a advisor for Turkey. That's how it's... Or an advisor for Turkey / DAZN. He's brought in Frank Warren and he's taken... You know what I mean? He's probably... I don't know how much percentage he's taken. That's how it appears to me. He's not... He can't be... I'm seeing nothing from Eddie Hearn that's telling me he's really interested in building / managing / promoting fighters. What was his last big signing? Yeah, he's nicking a few here and there, but there's no... I can't say, yeah, he's building a stable here. And it's been that for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years now. He was riding the AJ train for a long time. But during that time, he didn't really invest. Them AJ coins he was dragging in normally... To be fair to Frank Warren, when Frank Warren was making all the Tyson Fury coins in the last 5 years, he's clearly reinvested them. He sees Liam Cameron have a good win. Bosh, I'll take that. Eddie Hearn don't want to spend the shekels. He's like, well, I've got 20 mil rolling in from AJ every year, so I'll just suck it all in. And it's starting to show now, because his stable's washed up. Proper washed up. Anyway, people, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like for the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Let me check, actually. One sec. They've got a moody video here. Tony Bellew and Ade at the knockdown. Is it worth watching? Let's see what they got to say, actually. Still.
But he caught Barboza a couple of times tonight and he didn't get a reaction. And I also think Steve Gray was wrong with the knockdown, because that was a knockdown. He didn't stand on Barboza's foot. He didn't stand on Barboza's foot whatsoever. He landed a body shot and Barboza went over. Was it a balance thing? Yes, it was. But did he stand on his foot to take him to fall over? No, he didn't. So I think Steve Gray got that wrong. And that's now cost Jack Catterall a fight.
Yeah, and it's cost him a chance to fight Teofimo.
Again, so I tend to agree. But ultimately, I'm not upset. It's not like Jack was winning this fight and then he got robbed and we're saying, how ridiculous. I'd come on here and say that. If he'd properly won, I'd be saying how stupid he put him down. But the fact he just didn't have nothing, doing nothing in there, I don't feel sorry for him. He hasn't. I can't say he won that belt, to be honest. I really can't say it. And someone said here, I've been watching Jack for a while now. He didn't let his hands go tonight and he paid the price for it. I've been saying this one. All the time they talk about robbery against Taylor twice, or sorry, the first fight, and then the second fight was close and they gave it more to Jack to balance it out. Both were close and both he stunk down the back straight, if I remember correctly. It says here, clutching at straws, Catterall has no attack, no combinations, no plan B. What have I said? He's a one-sided fighter, or one-dimensional fighter, with a very limited repertoire, who sits in the pocket after every attempt at a power punch. And he finally faced someone at international elite level and got exposed, yeah. And the commentators made a good point when you're fighting Josh Taylor and he's coming at you, that works well. That was basically the best Jack Catterall could ever be. Someone wading in and you can just pick and whatever. When someone comes to box with him, his true boxing skills got exposed. It turns out he's not the phenomenal boxer he thought he was, ultimately. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. People, smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one. People, stop it.